Hello, welcome back. I just got up from a nap, and I just realized you can see an airship in the background of this photo, and a castle. I guess that's supposed to be the temple on top of the mountain. Yeah. So what were we doing again? Actually, yeah, the recording's working and everything. Right, now I remember we were going to storm the castle. So how's everybody been doing? I'm currently trying to get some backup, not backup, backlog of these done, so that when I get my booster shot, just in case it takes me down a few weeks, I'll have some stuff to upload. Even though I can still record this on one of the days, because I won't be needing to talk on that one. I think there's Warframe content coming in the next while. Also, I don't have the timer going because I think this next part's gonna have us do a dungeon. Forgive me, now is not the time for vows of vengeance. We must remain calm and rational and in control. The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fire on their own. So long as we remain here, we are in danger. We three will see to Commander Kemp's body, find my sister, and return to Al-Gahiri. No, we still have quite a while before we get dungeon, so maybe I should start the timer. Yeah, that should suffice for now. Go on and join the others. Tell me you found Alphino. Tell me he is alright. Oh, thank the 12s. I don't know what I would have done. Though saying that, what will the resistance do without Commander Kemp? Sorry, not here, not now. We should return to Al-Gahiri. Keep an eye out for any wounded who needed our help on the way. Edgar can't really do that. He can cause more casualties. Tonight's gonna be the first night in weeks I'll be able to sleep on, not on the hard plastic on my bed. Well, it's not hard, it's often the plastic on my bed that we have, just in case the cats would pee on it, but now, since she's not, we can be doing a bit better. What should we do? We got plenty of our own wounded to deal with. Say the word and I'll finish him quickly. It wasn't long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. I have expected you were about to slit my throat. The hell's with this. I should be back home in Ilsabard instead of taking fire from my so-called comrades. Thanks, friends. Bloody tourniquets come loose, and I was having trouble getting it back on. I should be fine the rest of the way. Cabbage. Uh-oh, bless you, kind. Wait, is that you, Edgar? I didn't recognize you at first, feeling a bit dizzy. Lost a lot of blood. I can keep going. I can keep going. If you don't, we'll just drag you the rest of the way. Where are they going? Ah, whatever. They'll be fine. Edgar, we have given over Commander Kemp's remains for safekeeping. Later, I have no idea when rites must needs be performed. For now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward. We must not give in to despair. Oh, we haven't even had these truck rooms for that long. All Alliance and Resistance units have now withdrawn from Specula Imperatus. It is time we spoke with General Aldin. These deaths weigh heavy on my soul, Commander Kemp's most of all. He was a wise leader, he was a patriot, but above all else, he was a good man who will be sorely missed. One of many lost this day. I asked for a moment's silence to pray for the souls of the departed. We have suffered a grievous defeat, but we cannot and will not renounce this cause. The die has been cast. Hold tight to this grief, this anger, and let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength and your shield when next you face the enemy. It will carry us far, General. Of that I have no doubt. Ere we take another step towards El Amigo, however, we must first address the question of how to deal with Castrum Banya's cannon. If the Imperials are willing to employ the weapon without thought of their own soldiers' safety, we may struggle to approach them. If frontal assault is out of the question, we lose countless men before we even reach the walls. Would we recall that the Imperials could have obliterated our forces had they kept firing, but neglected to do so? They have no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why did they? You suspect that they were unable to fire the cannon again, mayhap due to a malfunction? Or one of their officers found his conscious after the first barrage, or a heretofore unknown resistance faction chose that moment to disable it. There are many possibilities, but the fact remains that they stopped when logic dictated they continue. Then I'll just have to go and see for myself if the cannons is still operational. Are you mad? Conrad put you in charge of the resistance. We can't risk losing another commander so soon. I know how you feel, Nago, I do, but I need you to understand. It wasn't long after Papalemo and I arrived at Rolga's Reach that Conrad first asked me to join the resistance, and then he kept on asking. Every time I said no, I told him it was because of the scions, but even then I knew deep down that was an excuse, that I was still afraid of following my heart, because I couldn't be sure if it was for me or for Yada. But then I met someone on the other side of the world who had struggled with the same worries, and as we traveled and fought together, I saw him grow and become the leader his people needed him to be. And now it's my turn to do the same. There's not a lot of us left, and of the ones there that are, many are still wounded. We have to make do with what we got, and I'm the best qualified. It is as simple as that. But don't worry, Nago. I'll come back, and I promise. I'll acknowledge Comrade Commander Hex's right to carry on this mission. I see no reason why she should do so alone. Sergeant, would you go with her? Would have done it even if you just haven't actually, sir. Then he said, we will await your return. Sorry to drag you into this, Edgar. It may not be the decision Conrad would have made, but I am not Conrad. I will never be. I don't know what kind of leader he was hoping for, but right now, all I can do is be myself. Okay, chakrams. Oh no, I'm just going to start collecting the chakrams. My inventory is just going to have... It's just going to be filled with nothing but chakrams. If you don't mind, I'd rather not wait around and have people try to talk me out of it. Let's get moving. I know a good vantage point overlooking the castrum. Knucklefrump's Hope. The ship's stranded on the rock to the east of here. It wouldn't take us long to get there. Oh, but there might be some ancient golems guarding it. Or that might just be an old wives' tale. Either way, it's worth the risk. Please, Commander, I pray you proceed with all due caution. Do not hesitate to call upon us if needed. To reach the ship, we'll have to scale the cliff's face. I'll get some climbing gear and meet you there, alright? Hopefully she has enough for Edgar, because currently Edgar doesn't have any means of getting up there. We need a few more blue quests before we can fly. Yeah, 3 blue quests, and then we need to complete the area. So they do count 2 different bonuses. That's good to know. Sorry to keep you waiting. I see you met the golems. Looks like the old stories were true, eh? In a way, I'm glad. Right then, time to climb. Well, that took a bit out of me than took a bit more out of me than I expected. And there she is, Necrop's Hope, the ark that one man made to save countless others from the flood during the 6th Umbral era. Who is the doggy that is guarding the ark? The big old doggy there. It's comforting to think that there has always been people who cared this much about their fellow man, who accomplished such great feats that people couldn't help thinking they must be made up. But the proof right here, isn't it? I don't just mean the ship, you know, I mean you, Long before anyone started calling you a hero, you were there for those in need. You did things for people when you didn't have to. Sometimes even when they didn't want you to. Can't have been easy staying true to yourself, but we're all better for it, me included. I'll never be a leader like Conrad, or Ian, or my father. But I can be a friend to you all, and I can fight by your side. I can be me, and that's just have to be enough, eh? Strange to think back on it, if we've been standing in different places, or if the shell had struck the tower differently, it would have been me instead of Conrad, or maybe both of us. What kind of monster murders their own? Is that smoke from Castrum Abanya? Wait, it's coming from the cannon. I can't tell what happened from here, but I can tell that it won't be giving us any trouble in the immediate future. This is our chance, Edgar, to avenge Conrad and all the others who died in the tower, friend and foe. To take Castrum Abanya and bring the bastards who gave the order to fire to justice. It won't be easy after the losses we took, but I know everyone's chomping at the bits to strike back. With the right plan, I'm certain we can do it. We have to tell the others. Come on. I forgot about the portrait. Easier down than up, eh? Though not necessarily safer. Anyway, no time to rest. We need to convince the others to strike now before the Imperials have time to fix their cannon. Give us the materia. There's no time to lose, Edgar. General Aldin needs to know what we saw. I'm just gonna use an inspiration shot on her instead. Interrupt her before she can get there. I can remember to sew, but I can never remember to eat the food that we got. You are returned. I only hope you bring good news. We scaled the cliffs of Necrop's Hope and spied smoke rising from Castrum Abanya's main cannon. I think Marshal Turpin's right. They didn't fire again because they couldn't. The cannon seems to have been disabled somehow. Now we must attack Castro Mabania at once. It could still be a trick, but if it isn't, we may not get a better opportunity. Bluntly, General, if it is a trick, it is an utterly baffling stratagem. Had the Imperials wished to wipe us out, they would have simply kept firing. Be that as it may, we need not risk everything to seize it. I say we dispatch a small contingent to infiltrate the Castorum and secure control of the weapon. If the enemy is preoccupied with repairs, we may be able to take them unawares. If, on the other hand, it is indeed a trick, our token force will prove an elusive target, and we will at least know the cannon is operational. Either way, it seems well worth the risk. But how are we to infiltrate the Castorum? As a tradition of a day such as this, men and women under my command have labored long to cultivate a network of informants throughout Garabania, including Redata. Redata is home to many who hold menial positions at Castelmabania and other nearby installations. With the aid of our allies there, I believe we can secure a route into the fortress. The Resistance will handle this. You may have recruited these informants, but they'll be just as happy working with fellow Alomegans, and at the end of the day, it's our land, our responsibility. Let us do right by Conrad. I shall be glad to accompany her, General, as would Alize and Edgar, I am sure. Well then, if you're all in agreement, I see no reason to refuse you. We will make ready to march on Castro Mabania. Go and make Rolger watch. Go and may Rolger watch over and keep you. My apologies for speaking on your behalf. It would seem my sister's forthright manner is rubbing off on me. I confess my decision to volunteer was not wholly motivated by concern of least nor less Alamigo. Castro Mabania is the largest Imperial facility in the peaks, you see, and so the likelihood that Krile is being held captive there is quite high. Doing with that cannon remains our main objective, of course, but if there is even a chance that Krile might be rescued in the process, I would never forgive myself if I did not take it. Wanna know what I came to think of recently? Whatever happened to these guys? The Scions that we were, that they would join us in the A Realm Reborn. Were they all taken out by what's his name? The guy in blue that... Oh no! They were there at Belster's Wall. Oh, blue quest. $285. Hey, you're the adventurer everyone's been talking about, aren't you? Just the man I wanted to see. You have a bit time to spare, I hope. Seems a bloody miracle we've managed to take Alagiri without spilling a drop of blood, but was all thanks to one man, a man the Alliance would very much like to speak with. Getting him to come in for questioning, however, has proven much more trouble than we thought. It may not be a place to be dealing with this, to be honest with you. But I think it'll be best to resolve the matter quickly if possible. Things could get messy around here if the Alliance or the Resistance start kicking up with us. I'm like to draw attention if I leave my post, but you adventurers are free to move about as you please. So what do you say? Can you give me a hand? Your adventurers are good folk. Now I really shouldn't say much more out here. in the open. You go and speak with him yourself. Bot's his name. He can tell you the rest. So that's what's causing the noise. Just him cleaning the cannon. The adventurer who slew Lord Van Belsar. So they sent you to claim my head then. Brazenbrook sent you to help. Oh, thank heavens. You see, I'm actually a Centaurian of the Gallian forces. Now, before you do anything rash, let me explain. When I learned of the Allied forces approaching, I knew we had no way of repelling them, so I ordered all of my men to retreat from Alagiri. I then planned to turn myself in, but I ran into certain complications. I can see you're unconvinced. Tell you what, why not ask the villagers about me? When you hear what they have to say, I think you'll come to understand why I couldn't turn myself in. You know you're not doing the best of hiding when you're still using the Guardian shield. You might want to change your weapons there. But the place won't be the same without him. And we certainly have no intention of sending him to be butchered by the Alliance. Wicked ambush. Where do you hear that name? I won't have anyone speak ill of him unless you're looking to pick a fight. You'll keep your mouth shut. What do you want with Bottom? He's not in trouble, is he? We already told the Alliance scum they can't have him. There you are. Now do you see the cause for my hesitation? In the light of their reaction to my being arrested, the Alliance has allowed me to remain here for the time being, but for all intents and purposes I am a war prisoner. The villagers initially meant to keep me hidden, but harboring one enemy is a serious crime no matter whose side you're on, and I've heard what the Alliance does to those who help the Garleans. The stuff of nightmares, I tell you. My execution is assured the moment they take me into custody. But if the villagers could take arms in protest, they don't deserve such a bloody fate. Brazenbrook has made a valiant effort to assuage the people's anger, but there's only so much a man in his position can do. I know how strange this may seem, but I want you to convince the people of Algira to allow for my surrender. Oh, tough luck, you just live in this alleyway. Oh, it was bracelet. Oh, we needed that bracelet anyway. And with that, I think we'll call it there. And then the next episode, we'll go to the place which I cannot pronounce. Till then.